2018 Dodge Challenger review. All with the heart-pounding muscle car personality with fewer sacrifices and practicality. In the past few years, the muscle car class may be contested with the Chevrolet Camaro, Dodge Challenger and Ford Mustang. The Challenger differs from the Mustang and Camaro, having its larger size, and a bashed retro look and boulevard cruiser attitude. The Challenger's bigger size permits much more backseat room as well as a sedan-sized trunk. Try not to think this implies the Challenger is tame electrical systems. You use a wide variety of choices, including the 305 horsepower SXT V6 around the drag strip dominating Demon, as well as potential for 840 horsepower. When pitted against its rivals, the 2018 Dodge Challenger doesn't always have the sharp handling to maintain on a curvy road. Nonetheless, it bests them in comfort, refinement and pure retro appeal. What's new? As if your 707 horsepower Hellcat wasn't enough, the 840 horsepower Demon joins the 2018 Challenger lineup that has a narrow target drag strip supremacy. Only 3,000 are going to be built to the United States. There's also a new SRT widebody model using the Hellcat, together with some cosmetic updates. Elsewhere, there is a new performance handling package for 5.7-litre V8 models. The normal touchscreen gets bigger, and many types of trims obtain a rear-view camera and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration. The RT trim is our pick one of the 2018 Dodge Challenger lineup, since it is the most affordable V8-powered model. Along with some performance-related mechanical upgrades, it's qualified for a long list of options to configure it in your personal tastes without having to break the budget. Of course, if money were no object, you have the new SRT Demon, but limited production plus a track-focused mission could make it quite rare. For everyone else, we'd push with the scintillating SRT Hellcat widebody that comes, which has a bonkers 707 horsepower supercharged V8 and also the wider tires. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Dodge Challenger is usually a 5-seat, 2-door coupe that's available in 7 major trim levels, a few of which are further split up into several sub-trims. Major trim levels are the SXT, GT, RT, RT392, SRT392, SRT Hellcat and SRT Demon. The SXT and GT Challenger trims are powered using a V6. The mediocre ones are driven by progressively more powerful V8s, culminating inside the 840 horsepower Demon. Draw. The 2018 Dodge Challenger is really a 5-seat, 2-door coupe that can be found in 7 major trim levels, many of which are further split up into several sub-trims. Major trim levels are the SXT, GT, RT, RT392, SRT392, SRT Hellcat and SRT Demon. The SXT and GT Challenger trims are powered with a V6. The mediocre ones are driven by progressively more powerful V8s, culminating inside the 840 horsepower Demon. First up will be the SXT, powered by way of a 3.6-litre V6 engine, 305 horsepower, 268 pound-feet of torque, matched with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Standard features include 18-inch wheels, automatic headlights, heated mirrors, keyless ignition and entry, an auto-dimming rear-view mirror, dual-zone automatic climate control, a 6-way power-adjustable driver's seat and 6,040 split-folding rear seats. Tech features include Bluetooth, a 7-inch touch screen, a rear-view camera, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, 2 USB ports and also a 6-speaker head unit. The GT employs precisely the same V6 and could be the only Challenger with all-wheel drive. On top from the SXT features, it adds 19-inch wheels, fog lights, rear parking sensors, upgraded brakes, heated front seats, ventilated front seats, leather upholstery, a power adjustable and heated controls, interior ambient lighting, an 8.4-inch touchscreen, performance-related in-car apps, and satellite and HD radio. The RT could be the least expensive way into a V8 Challenger, offering a 5.7-litre engine paired either to a 6-speed manual transmission 375 horsepower, 410 lb-ft or even the 8-speed auto 372 horsepower, 400 lb-ft. In addition to the SXT features, you will get 20-inch wheels, fog lights, upgraded brakes, a limit-slip differential plus an active sport exhaust. The RT392 gets a good larger 6.4-litre V8 485 horsepower, 475 lb-ft as well as Brembo performance brakes for piston front and back, a sport-tuned suspension, a rear spoiler, cloth sport seats, rear parking sensors, an 8.4-inch touchscreen while using newest version of Uconnect, performance-related in-car apps as well as an Alpine sound system with satellite radio. The SRT392 model builds upon the RT392 offerings, adding xenon headlights, a unique air intake, power folding mirrors, beefier front Brembo brakes 6-piston front, adaptive suspension dampers, a power adjustable and heated sport tire, heated and ventilated front seats, leather upholstery, configurable driving modes, an 18-speaker Harman Kardon head unit, navigation, and blind spot monitoring with rear cross-traffic alert. There are variants from the above, such as Plus, RT Tar, RT Scat Pack and RT Shaker that include a few extras. The SRT Hellcat is focused on raw speed, evidenced by its supercharged 6.2-litre V8 707 horsepower, 650 lb-ft. It's also preloaded with unique exterior styling, a sportier suspension, quad exhaust tips, automatic high beams and automatic wipers. A new SRT Hellcat widebody model gets some very prominent Demon-based fender flares to allow for wider tires that enhance the car's handling and grip. The new SRT Demon makes its mark because most powerful muscle car of all time, 840 horsepower, 770 lb-ft on 100-octane race fuel or 808 horsepower, 717 lb-ft on premium unleaded. The 8-speed automatic could be the only transmission offered. With drag racing because it is reason for being, the Demon receives specialized equipment that features numerous cooling systems, street-legal drag slicks, a transbrake for max engine power at launch, an adaptive suspension using a drag mode, and launch control. It's also important to talk about what is eliminated. There's no front passenger seat, no rear seats without sound insulation. You can add back the seats to get a mere $1. In relation to its features, the Demon is similarly appointed because Hellcat, though with 18-inch wheels, 4-piston lightweight brakes, an energetic exhaust system, a power-adjustable cloth sport driver seat, a navigation system, as well as a top-speaker stereo with satellite and HD radio. Most from the features located on the upper trim levels might be added to the reduced trims as options. A sunroof is optional on all Challenger trims, and new SRT model buyers have won a day course in an SRT driving experience school. Driving. The SXT Plus performed surprisingly well, considering it's overshadowed with the V8 models. Handling is impressive due largely to grippy summer tires. The upgraded brakes are outstanding. In relation to drivability, the Challenger SXT is undoubtedly an acceptable, or else enjoyable, daily commuter. Acceleration. The 305 horsepower 3.6-litre V6 is smooth yet hard driving. The 3,930-pound SXT accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.4 seconds, which is often a bit slower than rivals with base engines. Obviously, the Challenger's various V8s provide significantly quicker acceleration. Braking. The brake pedal feel is medium firm and well suited to everyday driving. During panic stop testing, the portly Challenger needed just 104 feet to halt from 60 miles per hour. This is usually a great result, but remember it had the main advantage of summer tires. Steering. Turn-in solution is quick, though there is little within the way of feedback between your road plus the driver. Some drivers might find the steering's hefty weighting to become a bit much for daily duties about. Handling. There's no avoiding it. For a sport coupe, the Challenger is very large and heavy. Even with our Tester's Super Track Pack, which adds a sportier suspension as well as tires, body roll is pronounced when on offer turns. Still, there's enough grip with an enjoyable time. Driveability. The Challenger's responsive steering helps maneuverability, nevertheless the car just feels big, especially on narrow roads and tight corners. The gas and brake pedal are responsive and easily modulated. The 8-speed automatic also shifts quickly and maintains gears well on grades. Comfort. A firmer ride is acceptable at a sporty car, for example the Challenger, so it's impressive so it manages small bumps so well. Larger bumps are additional noticeable inside the cabin. Still, a combination of comfortable seats as well as a quiet ride makes a nice location to be for the extended time. Seat comfort. The front seats are snug, therefore we have no complaints after working hours while traveling. If one area may be improved, it would be the front seat's insufficient lateral support. The door and center console armrests are nicely padded, though. Ride comfort. Equipped while using Super Track Pack's firmer sport-tuned suspension, the Challenger carries a firm ride that's to get expected with the class. It does an admirable job absorbing small road imperfections but feels jarring over larger bumps and dips. Noise and vibration. You'll hardly see the V6 at highway cruising speeds. The Challenger's sound deadening is pretty good for that segment, although tire noise is obvious over certain surfaces. Overall, it's really a pretty quiet car. Interior. The Challenger can be a king among coupes featuring its class-leading passenger and cargo space. It's a lot more livable daily driver than its coupe muscle car competition. But wrestling the larger doors ready to accept gain access could be a challenge. Is useful. Controls contain a combination of knobs and buttons which can be large as well as simple to use. Some functions are tucked away inside touchscreen, but otherwise it's one in the most user-friendly interfaces in sign industry. Getting and jetting out. The doors are large and open fully, allowing the likelihood of easy entry and exit. That said, the Challenger's big doors tend to be heavy, and size is often a hindrance in tight parking spaces. Rear seat access can be a bit greater than in rival muscle car coupes. Roominess. The Challenger carries a lot of front legroom and shoulder room. Headroom is slightly compromised because of the sunroof, though most 6-footers will still fit. The rear seat isn't quite designed for all sizes, but it really is much bigger than those of competitors and provides 3 seats versus 2. Visibility. Visibility is just not good, but typical to the segment. There are significant blind spots in the shoulder. Forward sightlines are acceptable, nevertheless it can be difficult to evaluate the front corners. A larger display rear view camera is standard, so helping considerably. Quality. The work just like squeaks or rattles to communicate of. The upper door panels on our test car did shake, almost like loose, whenever we closed the doors, but this is really a minor quibble in what otherwise appears to become a well-built automobile for your price. Utility. Coupes aren't generally known for the spacious cargo area, though the Challenger is a trunk that puts the Mustangs and Camaros to shame. Cargo measurements are only slightly smaller than those from the Charger sedan. Small item storage. The Challenger has decent small item storage throughout, plus the moderately sized center console will last holding various items. Cargo space. The trunk opening is large, and its particular capacity blows the Causeway that has a mid-size sedan like 16.2 cubic feet. The rear seatbacks fold inside a 6040 split configuration to grow the Challenger's space a step forward. Technology. We've studied a lot of knowledge about older versions of Dodge's infotainment system, Uconnect, and now we've even tested the most recent Uconnect 8.4 system in other cars. We haven't tested it within the Challenger yet. Playing with those other cars, it gives you crisp graphics, quick responses and logical menus.